Hi, my name is Laura McLaughlin. I am the Registered Manager for Enidaso House. Here we support young people in a transitional service, the ages of 16 to 24, with mental health and complex needs.
How do you assess and manage risk on arrival?
In the event that we take on an emergency referral, we would make sure that an initial assessment was carried out immediately from contact with the social work team. In that assessment, we would look at specific risks, specific triggers, and any safeguarding things that we would need to look out for. We have a dedicated team of staff that are trained to deal with complex and mental health needs. We also have a specialised CPI trainer who would also come and assess and support us with the PBS plan. A detailed risk assessment would be in place on that day when that person arrived to make sure that it was safe for them on arrival.
What support is given in the first 24 hours?
The first 24 hours of a new person moving into the service, we would be focusing on making sure all of their basic needs are met and supporting them with emotional reassurance. I would have a dedicated staff team just for that person, and they would have a good understanding of their needs, their triggers, and any essential risks that they would need to know about. The risk assessment and support plan would obviously change over time, so we would be constantly reviewing, constantly monitoring, and at this point we'd also be involving professionals. So within our local area we have the CAMS team down the road, we have a doctor's surgery down the road, so I would be making sure that we have support from psychiatry, psychology, and all of those relevant professionals to make sure that they are safe and they feel welcomed and reassured into the home.
What safeguards are in place to protect the resident and others?
In terms of our safeguarding practices, all of our staff are thoroughly trained in safeguarding procedures. We also have clear management in place to support with any issues that may arise. Every young person that we support has a clear risk assessment and detailed risk assessment in place. They also have clear PBS plans and support plans that support the staff to understand their triggers fully. We are constantly assessing and changing, adapting as we need to. Physical environment is obviously really important as well. Daily checks are undertaken to make sure things like medication is stored safely, sharps are locked away where required, the doors are coded, and we also have window restrictors and things like this in place, so these are checked on a daily basis. Professional input is also available as and when we would require it.
How do you handle medication, especially if it's refused?
When a new person moves into the service, it's really important obviously to get their medication right. It can be a really distressing time for anyone moving into a new service, and sometimes you will see refusal of medication, which can obviously have a knock-on effect to their health and well-being. It's really important to understand why they're refusing the medication and try and get to the bottom of this. Anyone we support would have a very clear medication support plan and a medication risk assessment. If they continue to refuse, we would obviously get support from professionals. Our staff are also very well trained in medication practices and have an understanding of the de-escalation process when supporting people that are a little dysregulated, giving them a little bit of time, giving them space, but also it's looking, as I mentioned before, into the why they're refusing and getting to the bottom of that. Sometimes it's as simple as the form that the medication comes in, the room that you are administering the medication in. All of these things can play a part, so it's really important to take the time to get the support right.
How do you review progress and plan next steps by day 3?
By day 3, we would be conducting a thorough review, and that would be involving a multidisciplinary team and any professionals involved in the person's care. That would also involve the staff team that have been working closely with them and the management of the placement. We would be focusing on how they have been settling in, any incidents that have occurred, and really looking at what we can do better, how we can support them moving forward. Are there any other risks that we need to focus on? Are there any other things that we need to put into place? Are there any other trainings that we need to focus on? So we would at this point really be looking at an action plan moving forward for that individual to make sure that their care and support continues in the safest way possible.